Well, hello again. Here's a good one for the 5-minute yes or no treatment. It's, will Rishi Sunak be a good prime minister? Well, there's a growing chorus of dissatisfaction with Boris, his managerial performance. Maybe his days are numbered. And there appears to be only one plausible candidate to succeed him at the moment, and that is Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, and his performance in managing the nation's finances during the COVID crisis. That's been pretty impressive. On the other hand, as The Guardian commented, it's easier to be popular when giving money away. The test comes when taxes have to be raised to pay for the goodies. So some say he's a logical successor, while others oppose him and have their doubts. Let's look at the arguments. First of all, yes, he will. He'll be a good prime minister. Well, he's very well educated. He's got a first in philosophy, politics, and economics at Oxford, Fulbright scholarship, MBA from Stanford University. Only really clever people are hired by Goldman Sachs, and he was one of those. As Chief Secretary to the Treasury, a job requiring high levels of intellectual prowess, he did an excellent job. No one could be better qualified for managing Britain's future at a time when its financial problems are simply enormous. And his wife, Exchequer, runs her own fashion label. She's a director of a venture capital firm. She's very rich. They have 2 beautiful daughters. She and they would be an asset. Okay, he's also committed to a number of worthy causes like the environment, the improvement of education, that of supporting farming, struggling small businesses. Take a look at this section entitled My Plan on his website, rishisunak.com. He's a communicator. He tells you where he stands. And he's a relentlessly hard worker, which is an essential requirement if you're going to be doing a good job in that job. He'll do well. Well, no, he won't. What about those that say no? Look, we should not have very rich people managing the finances of the country, since they will always favor people like them and screw the poor. And families who make this much money quickly, they always have something to hide. Rishi was exposed as having failed to reveal some of his great wealth and shareholdings in the register of members' interests in Parliament. Makes you wonder. And he'll eventually be crippled by Tory infighting over state intervention versus letting the market rule, the old argument. Gordon Brown used to say there were only 2 kinds of chancellors, those who failed and those who got out in time. The job is a poison chalice, and Rishi will be no exception. He'll be too damaged to succeed Boris. Well, what's my take on all of this? Well, to begin with, let me just say that I do not have anything against great wealth, especially if it's been earned and created, whereas, by the way, great inherited wealth is nearly always eventually destructive. Of course, such wealth should be taxed fairly and in the interest of the nation, but that's a subject for another time. Rishi's family started with nothing, struggled to get him a great education. He then created substantial wealth on his own, apart from his wife's money. That demonstrates a work ethic and a level of competence of a high order, one that's needed to do a good job in managing the current mess in which we find ourselves. Rishi clearly fills the bill in that regard, and in my view is an uncontested candidate for the top spot. He'll do a better job than anyone else in sight. Well, those are my thoughts. I hope you liked them. If you did, the usual thing, give me a like, subscribe, notify, comment, and so forth. And I'll see you at the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.